Hi there, I'm Tyler Winholtz. I'm here to reflect on Module 3. After I watched the video with Dr. Welsh, how has the internet driven change? Um, First of all, I enjoyed the video with Dr. Welsh. I like how he referred to YouTube and how many millions of people use it. Um, it's, it's a great tool. It's a still basically a new technology as far as what we use, how we interpret it, how we teach our kids to use it, the good and the bad. Um, it was interesting how he talked about people watching themselves, reflecting on themselves, seeing themselves like never before. That was an interesting to kind of see both sides of that angle, and one that you really don't think about, but he made a good point of it. Um, Also, how you can remain anonymous, say anything, um, and connect with people like never before. You could be in a rural community, you could be in a major city, you could be on the other side of the world. It's just amazing the access that we have to connect all of us. It's an exciting time, and one that we will learn as we go. And a very interesting message from Professor Wells. Um, the podcast I listened to was the Bentley Brothers podcast. John Huddy was the guest on there. He talked about the purpose of school, 2 to 3 strategies to learn that he offered. Have students explain things, interpret things, discuss things, relate ideas, do hands-on projects, not just memorize and then do. We're not so much robots. Really analyze information, interpret with discussion and blogs and hands-on um, uh, things to do. Also, the feedback that you get from those interactions. Learn how to use that feedback in a positive way. Um, be open to feedback as a good thing, and then how do we interpret it? Uh, Not so much if we get negative feedback, it's a bad thing. How can we interpret that in a way that we can grow and get better and be more have more knowledge in a certain area that we are excited about. Um, you can also with these podcasts, you can also learn when you want to learn. Um, you can learn on a bus if you're playing sports. If you got a 2-hour trip, you can access podcasts. We've been having snow days lately here in Kansas City, so we can. School's closed, but the learning can still go on by having access to these podcasts. So it's a great tool to basically have information 24 hours a day. Um, Wikis help by using problem solving skills that work together, help improve writing, prepare the workforce for developing digital literary skills. Um, we're not face to face no more collaborating per se. We're now through a keyboard and a monitor. So we have to develop those skills, which are not, which are kind of new to society with the digital age. Um, we don't sit around and just talk to each other. We do, but it's through a keyboard. So interpretation can get real broad because there's a lot of ideas, there's a lot of collaboration. So we need to make sure we're open to that. Um, the social bookmarking account that I created was Reddit. I created an account. I looked up some sports blogs and some educational items. I posted my podcast and my interpretation, educational interpretation. I'm looking for some ideas and some feedback from that. Creating Reddit was not as hard as I found it quite easy, and I enjoyed that. It seems like technology, being a little bit older student, I come from before the technology age, so I seem to get nervous when I create these accounts or I learn technologies just because they're new to me, where these kids today are kind of growing up in it. So I enjoyed the process. I enjoyed this assignment that I had, and I hope my reflection is a good one. Thanks.